Hi guys, how you doing? Oh my God, come on, Nelly, come. Hi. My dogs are going crazy. Let's see if they start fighting now. That'll be fun. I'm gonna, as usual, wait a few seconds for people to get on board here. All right. Hang on. Okay. Hey, Sandra. First one here. Oh, this. Get comfortable. Hi, Nicoletta, Shaw, Gail. Oh my gosh. Paul. Bridget. Okay. Well, everyone's piling on in. All right. I'm gonna ask you guys again when you comment. If you have a question for me, I'm trying to like talk and watch comments too, but message me if you have something you really want me to answer. I don't always see the comments as they're flying by here. Hi, Lori. Oh my gosh. Robert. Oh my God. Hi, Patty. Hello, hello. Sorry I'm late as usual. You know, trying to get out of the shop. You wouldn't think it would be as busy as it was the day of the storm. I was like, whoa, people just kept coming in. I was like, wow. I wound up being down there after everybody left because I thought I was going to get all this work done. And I wound up being down there till up to 9 o'clock at night, close to 10 as I think about it. And then closed on Thursday. It is getting long. It's getting, actually, hey Jen, it's getting cut on Monday. It's getting trimmed. This is ridiculous. And it just was cut not too long ago, so it grows like a weed. But anyway. And then today, freezing cold. It is, for those of you out in Connecticut, it's 20 degrees. It's frigid, horrible, awful. I hate it. Cold. And still a busy day. Blessedly, wonderful busy. So, we're still coming on board here. Rosemary, hi. Oh my gosh. Patty, you've got readings like first thing in the morning. Patty's here. Well, that reminds me, so tomorrow is a fair at the shop. 3 readers. I've got Christine doing Tree of Life Tarot. Different. Really good, but different. And I shared her post yesterday on Facebook on the Talisman and Cauldron page. If you want to read more about it, although in the announcement of the fair, I also have her bio and her background. Hi Leslie. Hey, Francis. Oh my gosh, Swan, Cheryl. Wow. Okay. I'm trying to just squint because that really is a horrible look. So I'm trying to keep my eyes open, put my glasses back on. Anywho, where was I? Tree of Life Tarot. When Christine auditioned and had this very different way of setting up the cards, and you leave with a piece of paper, she writes things out. She actually does a pattern of it. She hit, not too dissimilar to Sherry, who does the Wheel of the Year. The Wheel of the Year. I always say that. The astrological wheel. So the 12 signs, and she throws cards into the 12 houses, and it's a really encompassing reading, as is Christine's. But the banter, the give and take in Christine's is a little different. You don't so much ask questions, and I was thinking that it was one of those things that I bet men would really enjoy that reading. I think it's a good reading. She certainly hit areas and made some predictions, some observations that absolutely did come true. I was a little surprised myself. She brought up some personal stuff that I was a little surprised. And later, just as she said, but I've noticed that men who are very visual do well with anything where there is a takeaway, where they can actually see and read and look at something that makes sense, patterns, such as the Tree of Life. When I used to have, and I haven't had him because of COVID, I had Tim Bashara doing the aura chakra photography. When men, hey Jackson, when men had that done, I've had men leave, go back, get their wives, their kids, come back, readings for everybody, because it's so visual. I hope to bring Tim back. He hasn't done we didn't have the fall gem show that we usually do, the trunk show, and we didn't do any readings. He has the machine and does the aura chakra photography. It comes with like a 18-page booklet. A real nice job. But COVID kind of took a bite out of that. But that's the fair. So Christine, Patty Schroeder, who does psychometry, that's holding an object, reading an object. So if you have someone who's passed or someone who's not around, you have something that belongs to them, she can read that. She does crystal ball readings in conjunction with, and mediumship. And I have Sherry coming in, who again does the Wheel of Astrology, the 12 houses, really good reading, mediumship if it comes through. And anyways, that's who's here tomorrow, 12 to 6, $30 for half an hour. We do cash on those. And that's that. That's tomorrow. I also have bayberry candles. Some of you have been asking about them. Bayberry candles are in. I'll be pouring more probably tonight, actually, because they go fast. What else is going on? Hey, Douglas. Sean. Yeah, right? It's his day. Keith Richards' day. He and Sharon, the cockroaches, will be here long after we all leave this planet. So I am so tired of talking about astrology. I have been talking about it, writing about it, sharing it. I just shared a really good article on how it's hitting the houses and affecting us personally. That's the conjunction. Jupiter-Saturn conjunction on the 21st, Christmas star on the solstice, all of that stuff. I need to do, and someone remind me, because I'm going to forget. Put it in a memo, put it in a message. Hey, Karen. I need to do another video just to show you how to pull up on astro.com where that conjunction is hitting your house personally. It's one thing to say it's hitting a Leo in this manner, but then what house is affected? What part of your life is going to be hit with that energy? Holly. So anyways, I need to do one of those videos. You can certainly go on the YouTube channel. There's a couple of them I made earlier, months ago, that show it. Just instead of looking at the date of the new moon or full moon, look at the December 21st conjunction. See where that's hitting your chart, and you can Google that if you want more information. Hi, Susan. You can always Google Jupiter conjunction 7th house and see how that's affecting. And we know the conjunctions in Aquarius, so it's wherever Aquarius falls in your chart, but then the houses change all the energy. Just like being a sun sign, let's say Taurus, in the 6th house of money earned in everyday life and pets and minor illnesses. Virgo rules that house. You put a Taurus in the 3rd house, especially and the Mercury is usually conjunct the sun or only one house away, but you put them both in the 3rd house, you're even chattier Taurus than normal, because the 3rd house is communication. So it changes the energy of the sun sign based on where it falls in your natal wheel. And if you want to get a good natal chart, certainly you can go to Alethea. She is an old school astrologer. Everything's done by hand. It's a wonderful personal chart. And you can also get a chart done with elsa.com, the natal chart. I really love her child's natal chart. Even for an adult, it's a great basic chart, but not that basic, really. I think it was like 15 pages long. And I really love the way it's laid out. So that's something to think about too. All right. So I'll do the video. It's the 21st. We've talked it to death. I'm tired of it. It's going to show up. It's going to change things. Yep, we are absolutely in flux. We are absolutely shifting. The energy of this planet is shifting. And what direction it's going to shift on? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I wish I knew exactly how this was going to affect us collectively. Because the divisiveness that exists in so many places, financially, rich, poor, the divisiveness politically, Democrat, Republican, conservative, liberal, the divisiveness racially, the divisiveness ecologically is certainly affecting us divisively, spiritually as well. And how that's going to play out at the end of the day, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's enough of us ready to really push the energy where it needs to be. Hey, Allie. Which is in an ascension mode. And it's not my place to say that. It wouldn't be my place to say that, guys. But what I would suggest that we do, genders and sexualities, absolutely. Absolutely. Even the media is very divisive in how they're reporting. So for the 21st, if you aren't doing ritual, if you're not meditating, if you're not doing yoga, drum, play uplifting music, if you have a singing bowl, whatever you do, whatever brings your energy up, that's what you want to do on that day. Hey, Anne. Could you please stop? What is wrong with you? Get down. Okay? Get down. Go lay down. Everybody go lay down. Orlando, someone said to me, Orlando hasn't been around lately. He's been busy with my son. He and my son have a new bond. So he's out all day hanging out with him now. And not so much into the evening. He starts getting going like around 11, 12 o'clock usually, but which he should be asleep, I know. Teresa, my pet psychic, is going to yell at me. All right, so, guys, what else can I say? On the 21st, on the solstice, anything you can do to keep yourself uplifted, positive, happy. Listen to music that makes you happy. Oh, good for you, Peggy. All right, that's what you want to do. All right, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about that other than that's the direction you want to go in. All right? So I thought, let's try something different. I love talking about magic. It's really what I prefer to talk about, honestly. I'm not an astrologer. Love astrology. But I love magic. I'm a practicing witch. I'm a hedge witch. The plants, the herbs, that's my passion. And so I thought, let me bring some magic on in to this wonderful live video. And I thought, let's talk about something called the resurrection plant, or the Rose of Jericho. It has a few different names. Now, my plan was to put one of these in water to show you the before and after. That didn't happen. It did not happen. So I'm going to show you the before. And this is a Rose of Jericho. It looks like a tumbleweed. Looks quite dead. You can see it here. These are the roots. Okay? This is one of the most magical plants you can have in your apothecary. And so much can be done with this one plant. I sell them for $7.95. Just so you know, they last for generations. I'm going to go over it because there's so much history, so much lore, so much magic. In the Christian construct, as resurrection plant, many Christians will take these on Holy Thursday and put them in water. And basically you want it to be in water where just the roots are submerged, okay? Think of like an amaryllis, crocus, just the roots. But it does fan out nice, so you need space for it. Should not be fully submerged. And Holy Thursday, and by Easter Sunday, it is green and lush, and hence the resurrection plant name. Okay? And then you never leave it in the water more than a week. That's, some say longer. I'm saying it's a week. 7 days, 10 days tops. Take it out, shake it off, let it dry on a towel or paper towels, thoroughly dry, wrap it in a cloth, never plastic, and put it in a drawer. It'll last through generations. You'll be handing this thing down to people. All right? And that is what we'll do with them. Now, there is so much you can do. The water itself is extremely charged, extremely magical, wonderful for clearing, cleansing, blessing. Put it in your bath. Put it in a sprayer. Spray the room. You change the water daily. Daily. You pour it out and you want it into some kind of spritzer, spray bottle, glass jar, whatever you're going to keep it in. All right? Add it to baths. Put some gemstones in it. When you decide you're going to activate or work with resurrection plant, start by blessing it. Start by charging it with your energy. Okay? Hold it. Focus on what you want to bring to life in your life. Okay? What do you want to bring to life? What do you want to resurrect? What do you want to have forthcoming? Career change? Love? New home? What needs to, what new? Okay? Could be something about yourself personally. Is there something you want to change and see reborn in yourself? Artistic gifts? You get my picture. Hold it, okay? Put it in the water. You can put gemstones in the water. If you want to put some quartz, you certainly can. You can light candles around it. Some people put oils. I don't think so. I don't think that's a good idea or even necessary. You can. And when it opens, again, you're changing the water. You can, before you take it out, something that you want to manifest that takes time. Let's say it's a 6-month project, a year project. You can write it on a little scroll, a little piece of paper, wrap it up, put it in the plant, let the plant close around it, and then when it comes time for fruition, put that plant back in water so again it reopens. That's another way you can use the plant. Using the water to mark crosses on the doors for protection. And crosses are pagan if they're equal-armed crosses. There's all, or pentacles, obviously, or triquetras, but I personally prefer the pentacle, but many people feel comfortable with a cross, and that's what you should use. Spraying the room. What else would I use this for? I'm trying to think. There's a whole litany, a whole list of things you can do. But you got it. That basically covers it. Look up resurrection plant. Look up Rose of Jericho. Just Google magical or magic Rose of Jericho. Magic resurrection plant. And pull it up. But this is what it looks like. And you might want to think about getting you one of those. All right? They also make a nice little gift. Even though they're an odd looking little thing, you can write down some directions, and for the practicing magician or herbalist in your life, that would be very appreciated. All right, I should really be looking at some of the comments quickly because I'm going to go right into readings, I think, tonight. Yeah, okay. Put stuff inside it. Let it close. Aw. If I can go down with this. Oh, I can. Hold on. Hi, Marie. Marie's here. Yay. Michael. Let me just see. I can go down. I didn't realize that. Okay. Ashley, I'm glad you came in too. Going back on comments here. This is fun. Sandy. All right. We are good to go. Awesome. Hey, Peggy. Okay. I'm going to do some cards. I'm going to do my usual 6-card spread. And everyone's always new people, but it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a pyramid. The top card is the situation. The next 2 cards are the aspects directly in front of you. And then the next 3 cards are the details of what's to follow. This is a short forecast, a short reading, meaning it's taking place now over the next couple of weeks. Oh, that's so cool, Karen. Wow, we are so in sync, you and I. Oh, a Yule log. I love that. Is it birch? What do you have, Peggy? I know that it played to mixed reviews, but Sabrina on Netflix, if you were going to watch one episode of Sabrina, which I happen to really enjoy that series, I don't watch hardly any TV, but if you watch the Christmas special, I thought that was a great episode. And talking about the Yule log, it's in there. Oh, wow. Yeah, I guess it is a Yule tree. Yeah, it is. But I encourage people to take note. I'll tell you the cards I'm looking at, whether they're reversed or upright. And then, throw your own cards in the same and see how you interpret the reading. It's all personal interpretation. So I miss teaching tarot. I miss having classes. I really do. This COVID shit sucks ass. I'm really over it. So, I don't even want to talk about any more divisiveness. Anything around is divisive. So I did share, though, that with the conjunction going into Aquarius, the last article, I think by Elsa, she talks about the vaccine. And that's a very much an Aquarius thing. Don't forget, Aquarius rules the 11th house of brotherly love, of friendships, of committee, work for the collective. But what's interesting with Aquarius is that they want to work for the collective without being part of the collective. Aquarius wants to maintain its autonomy. We've talked about that before. Every sign of the zodiac, and here I am talking about astrology. I said I was sick of doing that. But every sign of the zodiac learns its biggest lesson from the sign directly in front of it. Okay? So let's talk about Pisces, the 12th sign. What does it learn from Aries? Shit or get off the pot. Get things done. Stop dreaming and doing. And Colin Bedell, Bedell, does this great video. I've shown it a few times of just going around the zodiac and how each sign interprets, what drives them. Because that's what your sun sign is. It's your outwardly energetic self and your drive, and all the other aspects, your moon, your rising, all plays a part. And that's why the natal charts are so interesting, because they're like a fingerprint. They are where the stars and the planets, were the second you were born. The minute you were born, where were they? And I said stars. Stars can play a part. So can meteors and comets. So it's not just... Your natal chart can be a lot more than just the planets that we think about when we call the sun and the moon a planet as well. Natal charts can be very involved. And Elsa does a very good... I think it's a meteor chart. Just where they... Meteors, not comets. Where they fall in your chart and how they affect you. So that's kind of cool, too. I have had that chart done. It's good. And every year for my birthday, I give myself a solar return. But I cannot speak highly enough. For those of you who have gone to Alethea, who is my in-house astrologer, she does an amazing chart. She helped me a lot when Daisy was very sick a few years ago. Got me through a pretty tough time, so I can't say enough good things about Alethea. Hey, Lucia. I love Sabrina. I love that show. China couldn't stand it. I couldn't even get her to watch like 10 minutes of that Yule special. It was not for her. I thought it was cool as shit. I really did. I can't wait for the new episode. The last season, I guess. How you not pick that up, but whatever, Netflix. Whatever. Idiots. They know. Alright. I think what happened was that Netflix and other channels, they thought that witches would be the new vampires, I think. And they learned quickly that no, for some reason vampires were much better received than witches are. And there was a show that Netflix put a lot of money and energy into, and I think it was called Brujeria. I'm not sure. It was about a black witch who goes back in time to confront her white master when she was a slave, winds up falling in love with him. This did not play well with many in the community. The idea that you'd use your powers to go back and fall in love with someone that had enslaved you. That show didn't last very long, and I some of you know, but there was a time when The Shop was being considered for a TV show a couple of years ago, and it was kind of cool, and it was an interesting process to go through, the audition process. They were going to film it in the shop and follow it was a real reality show, but it was also a drama. Some of the young witches that frequent the shop, and it wasn't picked up by Warner Brothers. They actually did a little audition and they were getting ready to do a pilot. So that was an interesting process, and in hindsight, looking back at it, kind of a good thing. I did some research and saw what happens to places that they film, and they really trashed the place. I mean, I would have had to shut the store down, and they would have had wires running, and it would have been something. So I'm not sure it was a bad thing. And then years before that, I was approached to do a TV show, a paranormal investigation show. 3 young men, in their early 30s. They've been friends since high school. They were serious into the ghost busting and paranormal, and so there was a show. One of their uncles worked for one of the big networks and had actually pitched a show that was picked up, and they were going to film a pilot, but he said, you need to add a 4th person. You need to have a female in there, metaphysical, to add that angle. And so the person they picked didn't work out. And a call came in the shop. China took the call, and she said, there's someone called about a TV show. They need a psychic, a medium. And I was right. I was like, oh, well, Rachel, and there's this one, and there's the Pina, and I'll call him back and I'll tell him. So I called back and I'm talking, oh yeah, I've got a few mediums I know, a few psychics I know, and real quiet, and said, I think there's been a miscommunication. I said, we were talking, we wanted you. I'm like, oh, okay. And it was really cool. They're from Bridgeport. I love Bridgeport. I was born actually in the Hollow. I'm a big fan of Bridgeport. Tried to move the shop to Bridgeport. There was just no spaces, nothing like what I have now, nothing even remotely right for the shop. I tried. Where my shop used to be in Monroe, if you go down 25 and take a right, you hit Bridgeport. So I thought up in the North End there would have been a nice place. Anyway, in that instance, the lead, one of the 3 young men, had a massive heart attack and died just before filming could proceed. I was very excited. We were going to film at the Remington Arms factory, which is where my grandmother worked during World War II, and she was in the big Remington fire, which you can Google and read about. She was actually working there. She's one of the people who survived that. There was a huge explosion. So I was really excited about that, and then that just, obviously, when one of the 3 died, I mean, the whole thing fell apart, which was understandable. But so there's been a few different things, and I used to read on the radio, WICC. David Smith, bless him, really promoted the shop hard. I was always so grateful. And that's how I got to know Roland Comtois, because I would do a show, and then usually Roland would do the next day, and so I got to be really good friends with him. We still are good friends. And that's a little bit about me. Anyway, we'll see. There's always something new going on. But I do think that the idea of witches on TV, looking at how the season of Sabrina's gone, I mean, I guess Charmed and certainly Bewitched Some shows make it. I don't know. People seem suspicious. And I don't know if the country has gone more to the right religiously. We don't always make out well with the Bible, you know. So it's different. You just look at comments, and then I'm gonna throw cards, guys. Yeah. You hated what show, Holly? Hey. Okay. To figure out your rising sign, Bridget, go look up free natal chart astrology. And one of the first ones up is going to be Astrolabe. Go on that one. It's the easiest, and I actually love the wheel, the way they do the wheel so beautifully. It's really easy to see the houses. So do that, and that gives you your rising sign. Okay. Free natal chart, and then I think one of the first 2 or 3 you'll pick up is Astrolabe, Labe. Go on that. It's a 1-page thing, but the wheel is just beautifully done. Right? Holly, what show did you hate? Did you hate Sabrina? Or Brujeria? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Hey, Jackie. All right. Well, I'm shuffling. These cards are well shuffled. We are going to start with Aries. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even see it. It was gone quick. Did it even make like 2 or 3 episodes? How many episodes did that even last? That one was flash in the pan. And she was beautiful. The actress they had playing the role was gorgeous. All right. Okay, Aries. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't a Leo rising. 1C. Okay. Bridget. I bet you are. Possibly, actually, or a Libra. Might be a Libra rising. Okay, anyway, let me know. Okay, Aries. The first card up is the 5 of Swords reversed. The next 2 cards are the Queen of Wands reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. And then we have the Page of Cups, the 2 of Coins, and the Knight of Coins. So we have a lot of wands and a lot of coins, which makes me think of, obviously, work and money. The 5 of Swords reversed is a card of taking professional advice, asking experts for their opinion, and then taking it. Queen of Wands reversed, 5 of Cups reversed. This has you working hard at something that you don't necessarily love. Okay? Sometimes we do that to build our resume. Okay? That's the way it goes. Sometimes we do jobs that we don't necessarily love, but it's great to have that extra thing on our resume. 2 of Coins, and I'm going to say too that you're on the right track, Aries, because the the Page of Cups, 2 of Coins, Knight of Coins, has money getting better, and actually, I think you grow to like this better. Or it moves you into something you want to do, again, better. This isn't a very long reading. But Aries, if you've been wondering about your career path, and if you're going in the right direction, I'm going to say, if you're in a growth mode, taking on something that maybe, I'm not saying you're not good at it. Obviously you are good at it, but you don't love it. It's not what your passion burns for. And yet there's money coming in and it gets better. All right? I wish I had more for you, Aries. I just don't. So you got a simpler reading today. Okay? It happens. I told you the Geminis all kind of ganged up on me that I was shorting them. I had to throw extra cards. Right. So, Taurus, we have the first card, which is the 5 of Wands. Then the next 2, the Page of Swords reversed and the Lovers. And then the next three, the Six of Cups reversed, the Seven of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Again, lots of wands speak to career and enterprise. The Five of Wands is the same argument over and over and over again. And I want to say this is both career and relationship here, because I'm looking at the Page of Swords reversed and Lovers. I think you're done arguing. I think you're tired of the same argument, Taurus, and you're just going to dummy up. Be quiet, not rock the boat relationship-wise, because I think possibly you were thinking of relocating or moving. If you're a student, you may have been hoping to leave for college, get away. And I don't think that that's possible right now. Now, duh, it's COVID. A lot of kids are stuck home. There's no sense going to be on campus when you aren't going to be in a classroom. Okay. I'm just looking. It also could be waiting for a kid to get done with school to make that move. It's on hold. It's stalled. And there's a whole lot of going back and forth about when that's going to happen. But the Six of Cups reversed has you wanting to go but stuck in place. And it looks as though the reason why you're stuck in place has to do with Seven of Wands, Six of Wands. That's career, that's schooling, that's. And the only other way I would read this is if you can't move forward, take a transfer until you finish certain trainings. And when I say trainings, it doesn't mean you're going back to college. It could mean a certificate program. It could mean a training session. But it's whatever it is, you can't move forward until you get this done. But for sure, Taurus, you're done talking about it. You're done debating it. You're done arguing about it. You just want to get it done. All right? See, your Gemini rising. There you go. Hey, Christy. Did have a good reading. It's been a good week, yes. Every day feels like a week, though, I have to say. All right. Gemini. I see a lot of people, too, and even some of the posts I share with you, it's like Leo rising. Pisces rising. I don't put the same emphasis on the rising sign that a lot of other people do, a lot of other astrologers do. That might be wrong of me. I don't know. Your rising sign is what you put out there. It's sort of like the professional clothing you put on, how you present to the world. And we all have that, We all have certain things that we wear, certain things we do that sort of tell the world who we are. Certain ways we present. But I don't think that they're as authentic as your sun and moon. And I just got a new book in, actually. Really good book just on sun and moon combinations. It's fascinating. That's all it talks about in this whole book is the sun and moon combinations. But, your sun is your outward energy, your outward self, your outgoing self. And your moon is your internal, inner, emotional self. And what they say is you live your sun, you feed your moon. If you don't feed your moon, you're going to be miserable. So whatever emotional aspects that your moon requires, if you don't meet those needs, you really are never going to be emotionally happy, even if in your sun sign you're doing exactly what you think you should be doing. Okay. I'll give you an example. I'm a Pisces. I'm a Pisces with a stellium. That's 4 planets in the 8th house. Very heavy house. The 2 heaviest houses are the 8th and the 12th. And they're ruled by Pisces, Scorpio. So I tend to be very scorpionic. In fact, when people guess my sign, they usually guess Scorpio or Leo. I'm Leo rising. But my moon is all by itself in the 5th house of children and fun and recreation and hobbies. And the fact is that when that 8th house gets too heavy, and the 8th house is death and occult stuff and sex in the very nitty gritty, not the romantic kind of stuff. This is not procreational stuff. That's all in the 5th house of fun. Making babies is supposed to be fun. And that's where your children are, in the 5th house. People with a moon in the 5th house usually have a lot of kids. I've got 4. But when things get tough, when things get under pressure, that's when your moon takes over. I'm a Sagittarius moon in the 5th house. I leave. I grab the kids and go to the beach. I get out of town. Active, do something, change it up. So, hey Mike, how you doing? Okay. Well, let's talk about Abby's for a minute. Let's talk about her combination. Now, we don't know what houses these signs are in, but an Aries sun, a Virgo moon, and a Cancer rising. The Cancer rising, the image you put forth, Cancer rules the house of the mother. Most Cancer risings, they attract people that want to be mothered. And a lot of times you'll find that that's what you get. You get those people that want that from you. That kind of, maternal stuff. Cancer rising. Aries sun wants action, wants movement, wants things to go, but they tend not to be detail oriented. Many Aries have, 15 projects open all at once. Like 10 browser windows are going. Finishing a project can be a problem with an Aries sun. But now you've got Virgo moon, and Virgo moon requires detail, requires attention to detail, an aspect of perfectionism that Aries often misses, but that Virgo moon would make it very hard for you to just slap something together. As an Aries, you're probably an Aries that slows down on the details. And so that's where, that changes up that Aries sun a little bit. Okay. Moon in Capricorn, a little different than Virgo moon, we just talked about. And that's actually a really nice combination when I think about it, that your sun in Libra and your moon in Capricorn, because there you've got this airy Libra, but Capricorn is going to drive you to again, not so much the details, although Capricorn likes the details, but success. Capricorn rules the 10th house of professional success. So as a Libra, whatever you're going to do, and many Libras go in 2 directions, the aesthetics, anything that makes the world prettier, interior design, anything to do with your hair, anything, face, makeup, what have you. Or they go to the law. Remember, Libra is the scales. So many Libras go in that direction as well. But with Capricorn, with your moon in Capricorn, and again, we know what houses these are in, but they're going to want you to absolutely pay attention and climb the ladder wherever you're going. All right? Oof, Capricorn, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. Well, Capricorn suns, we talk a lot about them because Saturn was in Capricorn for so long. Capricorn suns have a bad reputation of being standoffish and cold because Saturn can be cold and standoffish. Saturnalia, Saturnian people tend to kind of give that look but don't touch kind of feeling. I'm all business. A lot of times partners will complain that they don't get enough attention. Later in life, Capricorn tends to address that issue, but the young Capricorns are all business and upwardly mobile. But now that Scorpio moon, secretive stuff, possibility of anything to do with forensics, any kind of investigative work, probably an interest in the paranormal, certainly Peggy. But usually Capricorn wants to make money doing it. Capricorn would want to, if you were doing paranormal, then you'd want to find a way to be at the top of that field. A mover, a shaker. But not until after you'd paid your dues. Capricorn knows that you have to pay your dues. No Capricorn will complain about that. All right. So anyways, let me get back to this reading, and we are now looking at Gemini. Gemini. We have the Nine of Wands upright. We have the Two of Swords reversed and the Queen of Swords. And then we have the Four of Swords, the Tower reversed, and the Two of Cups reversed. How do I read that? Well, the Nine of Wands is moving forward with an endeavor, moving forward with something creative, but it definitely crossing a bridge and moving forward. We have the Two of Swords reversed, and that really is choosing rock in a hard place. So you're crossing something where you've had to really think long and hard about the ins and outs of this, okay? The Two of Swords upright is, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But when it's reversed, it is you're choosing. You're choosing your poison there. You're choosing, rock in a hard place. Are you going rock or hard place? But you're going to pick one or the other. The Queen of Swords is demanding that you remove the emotion from it. And this decision is made based in logic and thoughtfulness, because swords are air. And the Queen of Swords definitely hasn't put hearts and flowers around it. She's all business. Okay? A difficult decision that's made based in logic and not emotion. Four of Swords has you relieved having made the decision. Tower reversed, Two of Cups reversed. This decision may have impacted a relationship or a friendship. Your decision impacted a relationship or a friendship. Your decision, the Tower reversed, has brought some kind of chaos into a partnership. Doesn't mean it's bad, okay? It just means it is what it is. I mean, you made a decision, it was a tough decision, and now there's fallout. There's fallout from that decision. Okay? I'm going to throw one more card. And that's the Hangman reversed. And that usually is a sense of wasted time, a sense of being taken for granted, a sense of wasted efforts. You may have taken too long to make this decision. You may be getting criticized for the decision. And having put all this thought into it, you don't appreciate it. But there it is. Okay, Cancer. No, I don't read the risings. I read the suns. So that's where I was going with that whole rising thing. Is I know they say Leo rising. I don't put as much emphasis on the rising. I put it on the sun and the moon. And I've done some moon readings, but this is about your sun sign. And like I always say, not every Gemini is making a difficult decision that's going to impact a relationship or a friendship. So ask yourself, is there someone that you're close to, someone that's been on your mind heavily, that is going through that sort of situation? Very often that'll come up in a reading, and very often it'll come up with the cards. Someone will say, wow, I'm not going through, but my son sure is. What are you thinking about lately all day long? My son, Okay. Okay. And I want to beat a dead horse another minute. Your rising sign is your choice. It's your choice to put on that work clothes every day. It's your choice to present that way. My oldest daughter is a Cancer rising. Actually, both my girls are Cancer rising. But Devin is a Sagittarius. And the last fucking thing she wants in her life is to be slowed down taking care of an adult. That's like the last thing she wants to do. And not many Sagittarians really enjoy that. So you can see where her rising sign, she gives that impression. But in all reality, no, that's not what she wants to do. And her moon's in Aquarius. She definitely doesn't want to do that. She wants to be free to travel, to move, to do, and she's looking for a partner that does those things with her. Not someone that requires hand-holding and taking care of and solicitation and all of that. No. Nope. Okay? So that's where your sun can work against you. All right? Leo. We have the first card, that is the Eight of Cups. Next two cards are the Three of Wands reversed and the Ten of Wands. And then we have the Nine of Coins reversed, the Three of Swords, the Devil. Oy, Leo. All right. So I'm going to put this on career, even though Three of Swords and the Devil could be romantic, could be relationship. There's no broken hearts here. Those are two pretty heavy cards. The first card is the Eight of Cups, and that's a card of going home or leaving home, depending on how it falls. The Three of Wands reversed and the Ten of Wands makes me wonder if in work you're being used to your fullest capacity, if you're working in your educational field. A lot of people take jobs that are under them, under their means, because they need a job, you know. The Nine of Coins reversed, though, has you not getting paid enough money, in addition to the fact that there's a lot of pressure at this job. And the Three of Swords and the Devil. Well, the Three of Swords is definitely heartache, and the Devil is something that's toxic, person, place, thing that's toxic, and you have it in your life, and it's causing you a lot of hurt. Now, there's a couple ways you could read this. One would be a child, Three of Wands reversed, a student who's choosing not to go to school, you know, who's choosing not to want that. And the worry there would be is, what's my kid going to do for a career without a college education? So there's that. Taking a job just to have a job, just to have some income coming in, being really unhappy and thinking about how you're going to end that. And then lastly, pressures that have you either thinking about going home, or something in your home that is there by necessity, but not because you want it to be. How would I... Well, I mean, working out of the house, for example. Maybe you don't want a home office. Maybe you don't have a home office. And yet you're sitting there trying to get work done. And I'm going to say it's in a job you don't like, in a field you're not happy with. It also could speak to someone who, there's a lot of ways you can read these cards, someone who had to cut their education short, and now as a fallout from that, trying to go to school and trying to work full time. Okay? I am never going to, Abby, these get uploaded and you can watch it. I never remember what I said about Aries, but it was the very first one I did, and when I'm done, you can just go back and watch it. They are out of my head, like from sign to sign. I'm sorry. Even my daily readings at the shop, my private readings, hours later, all the details are gone. Okay, Virgo. You Virgos have been getting hit hard, really hard. We have the Page of Wands reversed. We have the King of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Cups. We have Temperance reversed. Six of Coins reversed. Ten of Swords reversed. All right. Hold on. Okay. You're welcome, honey. Okay. Page of Wands reversed is an absence of promotion, the inability to move forward for the moment. King of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups. Temperance reversed, Six of Coins reversed, Ten of Swords reversed. Man. All right. Virgo. Page of Wands reversed, inability to move forward, feeling stuck. An absence of creativity. And the way these cards fall, they seem to speak to someone you care about very much, but you really don't know how to deal with their issues. It's their issues. The King of Cups reversed is usually someone who has either anxiety, depression, sometimes an alcoholic. It's reversed. But there's this, I don't know what else to do with this situation, with this person that you love. But there's no, it's really stuck. And what I'm going to say is, it looks as though with these other cards, putting them into some kind of a rehab program, putting them into therapy, I don't know if the money's there or not. It looks like it'd be a strain financially, and yet it looks like ultimately you find a way to do that. Again, this is all about love and connection. Yeah. 6 of Coins reversed is bills to pay, you know. Balance. Temperance reversed, out of balance. And yet I'm going to say somehow, some way, this gets rectified professionally. Either seeing a psychologist, going into a program. It could be going into rehab, although that seems a little much here. It could be putting somebody into rehab. Again, lovingly, happily. Well, not happily, but it's just to get somebody better. Okay? But it looks like it's not easy. But you run out of things to do. You run out of ways to fix or help, and you just have to call in the experts sometimes. Thank you. It was a Christmas present a few years back. I think China gave that mug to me, actually. I think this came from China. Right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay. All right, Libra. You keep asking, Sean. I told you, in all my years of reading cards, in all my years, and I've been reading since I was 16, so it's been 5 or 6 years now. I have only one time sat there, thrown cards, and said to somebody, "Oh my God, you gamble." And they're like, "I play my numbers every day." And I'm like, "You're going to hit. Like, you're going to hit big." And she was like, "I feel it. I feel like I am." And about 2 weeks later, she sent me a picture of herself in Hartford getting that. She won $100,000. Sent me a picture of herself in that big check. So, but that's one time in all my years of reading that I saw someone hit big. It is not a common thing. And honestly, they say it's one of the greatest tests of your life as a human being is to find yourself with great wealth suddenly. It's a real test of character. It is one of the hardest tests to pass. Most fail it. And if you don't believe me, just look up Curse of the Lottery. Most people who and everyone says the same thing. "Oh, no, I would give so much. I would do so much good. I think you mean that until the reality of it happens. And anyway, it doesn't work out that way. I mean, we can see the history of it. It usually, people wind up bankrupt. People wind up in terrible situations. They lose their families. Their marriages end. It's just that kind of great wealth is not, to suddenly come into it, is not good for your character. And it's a test of character. And most people fail. They fail miserably. So there was that couple in England that won 2 lotteries back to back. The first one, they gave half of it away immediately. And the second one they won, they gave that entire lottery away. So, just saying. Everyone says that too, Sean. "Oh, no. I want to try." Okay. I think a price comes with that, though. I think when you mismanage that kind of wealth, I don't know what kind of karma. It's not my place to say what Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, and everyone knows I do not like either one of those two men for many reasons. But I don't know what their karma is going to be. You don't get to be like the richest man in the world by being a nice guy. You just don't. I'm sorry. Unless you do hit that lottery, and neither one of those two men did. Walton family, I don't know. We'll see. when you don't take care of your workers, when you don't give them basic health care. It's pretty amazing. All right. We're at Libra, though, right? Yes, Libra. Okay, Ace of Coins reversed is the first card. Then we have the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Coins. And then we have the Sun, the 3 of Coins, and the Queen of Coins reversed. Okay, first of all, this is Libra, obviously taking charge of some money issues. Ace of Coins reversed, not a good money card. It speaks to financial failure or certainly lack of funds. We're seeing the 8 of Swords, which is overwhelmed, overcome by your issues, your problems. It's really like that sense of helplessness. Like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then the next card, 7 of Coins, is like, literally, what am I going to do? I need to make more money. 7 of Coins. How do I make more money? How do I bring more money in? We see the Sun and the 3 of Coins. Those are great cards. The Sun and the Star are the 2 best cards in the deck. And the Sun is shining on this 3 of Coins. I'm going to say, Libra, you find a way, creatively, to pull more money in. And we see the Queen of Coins reversed. And that is someone that just usually is a selfish female. Okay, someone who's preoccupied with wealth and materialism. But I'm not sure I see it that way in this reading. I think it's like, stop with the bullshit. Again, stop with the bullshit. Stop emotionalizing everything. It's a job. It's what you need to do just for now. Stop emotionalizing stuff. Even when you're dealing with an addict, or someone with depression or anxiety, stop romanticizing it. Get them help. Stop thinking you can get them help. And if they won't get help, you gotta let them fail until they will get help. All right? So, anyway, for Libra, this really is about using your logical sense to say, how do I make more money? Literally, how do I make more money? 3 of Coins. How do I? And I'm going to say you find it. You find your way. And I'm going to say, once you do, you're going to keep at it. You're not just going to let someone else take over. You're not just going to let someone else steal your ideas. We're seeing a lot of that, by the way. In fact, I've heard it now twice on Facebook and YouTube. People who come up with something really unique, something really different, and then it gets copied. My Bailey, the makeup artist, I love watching her. I share some of her videos. And she was saying, if, trying to be objective, flattery, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. But she has the Murder and Makeup, where she talks about serial killers and murders and murder mysteries while she's doing her makeup, doing it simultaneously. It's really an interesting video. I think she's going to have a TV show soon. But there's also been a lot of people who are copying exactly what she's doing. I've seen them. Not doing it as well, but it's frustrating. And I have someone else just yesterday who said the same thing. They put together something really different, real unique. Somebody actually I know very well. And it's like, wow, all of a sudden, right down to copying the name, etc. So it isn't a nice thing. But for Libra, the minute you get serious, Libra, the minute you really just, what am I going to do? The minute you identify that thing, you run with it. And I got to tell you, you're going to run with it until the well runs dry. As long as you need to, you're going to do whatever it takes to keep that going. And that isn't mercenary. It could read that way, but I don't believe it is. We don't kill the goose that's laying the golden eggs. You're gonna let it be like that. Let it ride, as we say. All right, Scorpio. I am so tired, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, I've been busy. Would have thought yesterday being, off, it would have gotten much done or gotten some rest, and neither was true. Okay. The tea is making me sleepy, too. I usually have coffee. Bailey, right? Don't you love her? Oh, good, Jackie. That's good. All right. So, Scorpio. 8 of Wands reversed. Top card. Next 2 cards, the Fool reversed and the 9 of Cups. The Star reversed, the Empress, and the 9 of Swords. All right. The Eight of Wands reversed is a simple directive. Focus on business. Focus on your work. Okay, that's all. That's what that card, Eight of Wands reversed, is telling you. Whatever's going on, focus on work. The Fool reversed and the Nine of Cups. That's like saying, what is it they say? The spirit is willing, but the body is weak. That's how I look at these cards. Like there's all these things you want to do, but again, work takes first and place, and work is exhausting. I'm looking at the Nine of Swords, the anxiety around that. I'm looking at, obviously, the Empress, somebody who is more than capable, but the Star reversed, again, it's a huge contradiction because the Nine of Cups was love. I think what you do with love, and yet you're tired, and there's so much anxiety around it. And I also want to say that if you're hoping for advancement, that's delayed. The Fool reversed, the Star reversed. No, I don't think that's happening right now for you, Scorpio. Might happen later. Probably will happen later. You're certainly more than capable as the Empress. Now, this also, I want to say, the other thing that this hits me with is distracting yourself if you're trying to get pregnant. That's the other way I would look at these cards. Somebody who's struggling to get pregnant, and you overthink it, and it just makes it that much harder. I went through infertility myself for 2 years, so I can tell you, it consumes you. It consumes you. I was working in a shelter at the time, and I just was like, oh my God. And again, not a judgment thing, but I was like, who's passing out these babies anyway, How does someone get like 4 or 5, and someone is struggling to get none, every month? It's... So looking at these cards for Scorpio, it could be that. It could be something you really want to have happen, something you want to give birth to, so to speak, and it's just not happening right now. A lot of anxiety in a sense that maybe it's not going to happen. It will. But I'm saying it will. Okay? Nine of Cups is a very powerful card, and you're certainly the Empress. And again, the reason I brought up baby is because the Empress is maternal. And so it is that matriarch card. Well, just give me a second here. Focus on your career. And I'll say one other way it can be read is you really want to open your own business. You want to start your own business. But this isn't the time. It's a great idea. And you're more than capable, but it's the wrong time to open a business. Okay? So that's all. It's a good idea, but give it some time. Again, that Fool reversed. Delay. Okay? Doesn't mean end. Means that would be the Death card. That would be like the Tower card. Doesn't mean end. It means think about it. Think twice. Go over it. Look before you leap. Do you really have the money? Do you really have the means? Is this really, Sometimes businesses can be like filling a bird feeder. You don't want to run out of bird seed in February. You need to have enough capital that you can, especially with this economy, especially what's coming up here. Okay? All right, so Sagittarius. The Moon reversed is the top card. Then we see the Three of Cups and the Four of Coins, followed by the Four of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Coins reversed. All right. I'm so sorry. Wow. Okay, Moon reverses, things that were hidden being revealed. Three of Cups, relationship. Four of Coins. Four of Cups. Wow. Ace of Wands. Page of Coins reversed. Well, first of all, I would wonder if maybe you're thinking of going into partnership with somebody. I want to say from a business standpoint, Ace of Wands is business partnership. Four of Coins. Four of Cups. It would be like, what's the role going to be? Who's doing what in this relationship? Now, it also could be if you were going to be moving in together, okay? Who's going to pay for what? Who's going to, how are we going to organize this thing? What's fair? Ace of Wands, what's fair in the partnership? We know that there's a lot of Three of Cups, celebration, loving feelings, But something's been revealed, okay? And it could just be, let's move in together. It could just be, let's start a business together. I've been thinking about this. Oh, me too. What kind of business? I love that idea. Let's talk about that idea, 4 of coins. But then how do we divvy up the work? How would we decide who does what? And that's what's here. It's all about the partnership, but it's how it's run, it's how it's organized. And also, there's a shortage of cash, page of coins reversed. How do we raise funds? How do we, in fact, that might be why the partnership is being broached in the first place, is because 2 people can bring more into it. I'm thinking of my mom, who was a realtor, did okay. But when she partnered with another realtor, even though they had to split the commissions, they had got so much more work and they did so much better because there was always one of them that could do an open house. There was always one of them to show a client a house, So yeah, they split the money in half, but they got twice the bookings. And then they each did half the work. So that whole work smarter, not harder thing, with the right partner, that's the key. With the right partner that isn't going to try and take it over on you or give you the grunt work or whatever. That's a good example of these cards for Sagittarius. It's fair and equitable partnership, but how it's going to be organized. Okay? All right, good. Good. All right, Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn. Okay. Well, the first card we have up is the 8 of Coins. That is motivated by your work, enjoying your work. Not just enjoying it, but being motivated by it, okay? Like hard at work. And then we see the Strength card, which is fantastic. Good health and vitality. Now we see that the 10 of Coins and Death reversed. And that the 10 of Coins is almost always a real estate card. And so, and I see the 10 of Cups. And that is also another real estate card. It has to do with home. And one has to do with money in the home, the 10 of Coins, and the 10 of Cups has to do with emotional issues in the home. So it's almost like you love where you live, but you want to remodel, possibly. Difficult to make money in the house. Like if you've been asked to work out of the house, there's no home office, there's no privacy. Maybe you don't have the room. So you love where you are, but is it conducive to a lifestyle? Death reverse would have you thinking about that. It also could be that you're thinking about buying a home. Maybe you don't want to rent anymore. But you want to live near where you are because you really like where you live. You like where you are, but there's some aspect of where you are. This is all about home, housing, money in the home. Yeah, Death reversed. And I will say the High Priestess, reversed. Well, I'm going to say, first of all, it's not time to make any big moves right now. But there's a component you're missing. It's really a good idea to wait on this, okay? Or there's something coming up now. I've talked about the Wall Street people, the financial people I read that have talked about the possibility of a global, recession, a global depression going into 2021. Is this the time to buy a house? Well, right now, here in Connecticut anyways, and the tri-state, we're seeing a big surge of New Yorkers leaving the state, but it's an artificial balloon that's going on, bubble, rather. Because once they stop pouring out of the city and into the neighboring states, that's going to collapse. I'll pull one more card for Capricorn. 7 of Swords reversed. Well, the 7 of Swords reversed for me is always not listening to gossip, not listening to presumptions. Oh, I heard this, or don't believe what you hear. If it's not based in truth, if it's just gossip, if it's just office chit chat. Don't give that credibility. Okay. So if you're thinking, oh my God, they're going to ask me to work out of the house, or they're going to ask me to stop working out of the house, go back to the office, make sure you know who's giving you that information. Make sure it's accurate, okay? Well, okay, we're about to start Aquarius right now. Aquarius. Okay. Well, the first card up is the Five of Cups reversed. The next two cards are the Magician reversed and the Seven of Cups. And then the last three cards are the Hermit reversed, the World reversed, and the Emperor reversed. Well, the Five of Cups reversed is moving past the situation. The Five of Cups upright is crying over spilt milk. The Five of Cups reversed is saying, I'm tired of thinking about it, tired of dealing with that, I'm moving forward. Okay? And the big question is, with the Seven of Cups next to the Magician reversed, is what am I best at? Wanting to do what you're best at. Wanting to be excellent. The Hermit reversed is choosing to be alone. The World reversed is wanting big changes, a whole new life. And the Emperor reversed, next to that Magician reversed, a couple things. One is it makes me wonder if you can do what you want to do where you are. It may not be possible to do what you want to do where you are. Although these don't have you relocating or moving in the very near future. Okay. Looking at Shaw. I'm sorry. All right. It also could be that for Aquarius, they're looking at moving forward, but they're looking at moving forward alone by choice. The Hermit reversed is choosing to be alone, choosing to do something different in a whole new way. Possibly changing your industry. The Emperor reversed, the Magician reversed. Are you working in your educational field? Do you need to think about going back and getting more education, an advanced degree, a graduate degree, a PhD, something that'll move you forward in your career faster? That World reversed has you wanting more. I'll throw one more card for Aquarius. Ooh, King of Swords reversed, Emperor reversed. Well, I'll tell you, Aquarius, one thing with these two cards, the King of Swords reversed is often a bully, a man who's not kind with his words, and the Emperor reversed is, again, a man who doesn't want to be responsible. Or, these two cards laying next to each other, the King of Swords reversed could be a man who is dealing with Alzheimer's, loss of memory, because don't forget, swords are air, and air is cerebral, it's thought. So, and then the Emperor reversed could also be a man, an older man, the Patriarch, who's now not feeling well, a man out of power, the Emperor reversed. Next to that King of Swords, it could be a man, an older man, the Patriarch, who's maybe early Alzheimer's dementia or dealing with Alzheimer's dementia. There's that too with those two cards together. But in terms of where Aquarius is at, Aquarius isn't sure what they want to do. Okay, that Seven of Cups has you wondering, what do I do? But more importantly, what do I do best? And this desire for a whole new world, a whole big change. If, in fact, this man is what you're separating yourself from, the Hermit reverse, what you're choosing to be alone from, it looks like, yeah, it's time. If this is, in fact, that idea of a bully that doesn't want to be responsible, you're looking for a way out. Okay? But basically, I don't care if you're taking care of your grandfather or father who maybe is losing their memory, who's not feeling very well, or if you're with someone who's a bully, who's not being responsible. At the end of the day, you're tired of it. You want to move on. And you can't do it right now, but you are figuring out what you're going to do in terms of career, what you're going to do in terms of Well, making your world different. You're ready for a change, Aquarius. That's really the bottom line. You're tired of brooding over the past, and you're ready for the future. Okay? And lastly, we have Pisces. Oh, Pisces. Okay. Well, we have the Chariot reversed. We have the Hierophant reversed. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. We have the Four of Wands reversed, the Five of Coins, and the King of Wands. Okay, the short brushstroke version of this reading. Oh, I'm glad, Dana. Hope it was okay for you too, Leslie. The short really is no money in your job, not moving forward in your job. It's all about job. Five of Coins is financial failure. And yet I see King of Wands, which is new job, new endeavor, new thing. And so for Sagittarius, wow. For Pisces, again, Page of Wands reverse, no forward motion, no promotion, no growth, excuse me. Hierophant reversed, unconventional thinking, unconventional thoughts. Four of Wands reversed, no celebration, nothing to celebrate. A lot of pressure here. So it's almost like you're being squeezed into something new. But maybe you've been hesitant. Maybe you've been thinking, no, I can't do that. Maybe I shouldn't broach that direction. Maybe I shouldn't go there. But yeah, I'm going to say you have no choice. You have no choice but to take on something new. It's a new, it's not a new job altogether, and usually it is. It is something, a new venture that will simply bring in more money. Okay? And not just money, but creative efforts. The Four of Wands reversed. Creative for the group, actually. More card here for Pisces. Two of Wands reversed. Well, Wands are career. It could be that, you're tied to someone in a partnership that, not about leaving the partnership. It's not about that. But it's definitely two people seeing things two different ways. And anything that's holding back the flow of money and creative energy has got to go. All right, I think that's what it's more about. Thinking outside the box, thinking creatively. That's the Hierophant reversed. To deal with stagnant energy, just deal with, sometimes you can't move forward. Sometimes you just can't move forward. So you got to stay where you are and somehow make it work where you are. Okay? And that's what I'm seeing here for Pisces. It could be, too, that you're two people who can't decide where they want to land. All right? Two of Wands reversed. It's a partnership in flux. But yet, ultimately, I'm going to say that the King of Wands is a great card for creative energy. The Kings bring it. They revel in it. It's already happened. It's already manifested. We go from the Knight of Wands reversed. There's no growth. The Four of Wands reversed. How are we gonna move this thing to the King of Wands? It's like fresh energy. Okay. I'm thinking of my daughter who's waitressing right now, and with COVID happening, and she's in Florida and she's in college. She had one day last week, she made $6. So it's this idea of, you're being forced to do something different. Very different. Okay? All right, guys, that's the 12 signs. That's the reading. Somebody remind me, please. I'm going to forget tomorrow to do a live video, quick live, just in terms of how you figure out where this conjunction, this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction falls in your chart. I'll show you that on astro.com. All right. And I think I'm going to say goodnight. I am ready to drop. I hope everyone is doing good. To some extent, things are calming down a little. I'm going to tie that into the election. Looks like things are winding down. Maybe, I don't know, because I'm hearing that there could be some new surprises on the way. I don't know what they are because I'm not privy to the groups and people that would say such a thing. Okay, so I'm just hearing the chit chat in the background. Okay, and some stuff I'm seeing on Facebook and social media that's suggesting there might be something else going on. All right, you're welcome, Peggy. And I say that's it. All right, so everyone behave themselves. Everyone, please be careful driving here. The ice is at night, of course, always worse than during the day. And behave yourselves. I will talk to you soon, okay? Bye-bye.